What is good, Stealth Army, and welcome back to another Minecraft video today. I hope you guys are all doing great, having a wonderful day. Today's video is gonna be fantastic. Today we're talking about the end update and why I feel like more than likely this is the next major update that will be showcased during Minecon 2021. So fingers crossed that we get more information about that very soon, but you already know this is the place for everything Minecraft and Minecon. I seriously can't wait. So yeah, we're focusing on the end update, why I feel like it's probably going to happen, or at least they're going to showcase it this year. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I'll be talking about that as well. So feel free to share your thoughts down below. How do you feel about the end? Does it need an update? Does it need brand new content? As always, I want to say thank you guys for all of the crazy support lately. Like, the Stealth Army is growing. I just can't thank you guys enough. Y'all are incredible. So as always, hashtag the Stealth Army. You know the routine. You know the drill. Let's get straight into it. Let's kick things off by talking about why do I feel like the end update is the next major update. Now, I do want to emphasize that we won't know for sure until Minecon this year. And it's the same way every single year. They're not going to talk about the next major update until Minecon, which is why it's such a major event. However, there's a lot of different reasons as to why I feel this way, why I feel like the end update is the next major update after part 2. One of the main reasons being that Mojang has said this several times before, where they don't plan on adding new dimensions until they update all of the old dimensions, which is pretty self-evident after the Nether update, how they added all of those new biomes. We had the Bastions, the Piglins, the Strider, a lot of crazy and new content that really brought a lot of life into the Nether. Now, I imagine they would do something very similar in the end, right? So unfortunately, for those of you who want a new dimension, we're more than likely not going to see that anytime soon. Not in 2022, or probably not even in 2023. So we got a couple years before that actually happens, which is really unfortunate because for me, I would actually love to have a new dimension before they update the end. But sadly, Mojang feels that all of the current dimensions should be updated first, which regardless, we're all winners, right? Because Mojang, time and time again, comes through and they go all out with every single update. Now, you know, we could make the whole argument that maybe they don't add enough in terms of biomes, and that's a separate discussion. I think we can talk about that some other time when it comes to certain biomes, and even their choice of mobs is questionable, but ultimately, they do a wonderful, fantastic job when it comes to these updates. I feel like the Nether update was great. You know, Village and Pillage was spectacular. Update Aquatic was incredible as well. So every single update, they go all out. Now, why else do I feel like the end update is the next major update? Well, I wasn't actually playing Minecraft during this time, and let me know if you guys were playing back then as well, but the end is turning 10 years old this November. In fact, 1.0.0 was the update where they introduced the end, the Ender Dragon, we had the Dragon Egg, a bunch of stuff related to the Nether as well. Like, this was a really major update. We had the Cauldron, the Brewing Stand, a really huge update back then, and I wish I was playing Minecraft 10 years ago, but it's officially 10 years old this November. So a couple weeks after Minecon, we're actually going to have the anniversary of the end and a bunch of other major features related to Minecraft. I feel like this is actually a huge hint. Maybe it's nothing, maybe it's something, but it's literally the 10th anniversary of the end. So could we actually get the end update showcased and announced during Minecon this year? I mean, there has to be something there, right? It wouldn't surprise me if this is it. And I know it wouldn't surprise a lot of people as well, because we've been talking about the end update almost as long as the cave update. So it's been a good 4 or 5 years, because 1.9 came out in 2016, and that was a while ago as well. And depending on how you feel about 1.9, you either love it or hate it. I don't know anybody that just sort of feels neutral about 1.9. It was either an amazing update or an update you just despise. due to the combat mechanics, which, speaking about the combat mechanics, we know for sure that that's something that Mojang and especially Jens, they want to get it right. They want to make sure that it's fun, that it's balanced, and ultimately that it doesn't divide the community like it did during 1.9. So that sounds terribly difficult, but that was something that they worked on during the 1.9, essentially combat and update. They were sort of combined. So yeah, we might see that during Minecon this year as well. The new combat mechanics, possibly new weapons, a new way of fighting would be pretty cool as well. Share what you guys would like to see if they were to do this. Like, what exactly would you like to see out of the new combat mechanics? Especially if you're from the PvP community, I would love to hear back from you guys because I know this is something extremely important to you, and I know it's very important to Mojang as well because they wouldn't spend this much time on trying to get feedback, on trying to just share what's going on with every single snapshot, experimental snapshots, which they haven't done in quite some time because of COVID and I'm sure some other internal things going on at Mojang. So hopefully we'll see more of that very soon. If not during Minecon, then possibly after Minecon when, you know, they've had enough time to catch up on some other things. Now, there's a long list of things I would like to see out of the end update if it were to happen. And ultimately, I just want the end to not be boring. Because, let's face it, it's pretty empty. There's not a lot going on outside of the Ender Dragon, the Endermen, the End City, which is really boring as well at this point. So I would love to see a lot of new biomes. Not 2, not 3, at least 4 to 8 new biomes. And for some of you guys out there, you're going to be like, Stealth, that's crazy, that's ridiculous. In my opinion, that's exactly what the end needs because you gotta realize a lot of people don't go to the end as much as they go to the nether, which there's still quite a few people that don't even go to the nether. So the end is literally in game. That's where you go when you're ready to defeat the Ender Dragon. A lot of people don't spend any time at the end at all, so they really have to find a way to encourage people to spend time in the end, actually to get them there to begin with, because maybe the Ender Dragon isn't enough of an incentive. So they have to have something there that really entices people to really explore the end. And I feel like there's a lot of different ways they can do that outside of the biomes. However, I would really like to see new items, one of which would be a dragon incubator. You know, that decorative dragon egg you've had for like nearly 10 years? I feel like it's about time we hatched the dragon egg. I already know some of you guys are going to roast me like, Stealth, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. Get off of YouTube, okay? Well, hear me out. We got a dragon egg. It's meant for hatching. At one point, someone at Mojang was like, why do we got this dragon egg? We're not doing anything with it. It just looks really cool. Why not add an incubator? And depending on how we behave, what we do, the dragon either is good or bad. Now, I'm not saying it needs to be this overpowered dragon. It can just be this little cute dragon, this tiny little thing that follows you around. Maybe it breathes a little fire at mobs like zombies and skeletons, a little puff of fire here and there just to warn them off. But ultimately, I feel like adding more rewards like that is going to get a lot of people invested in whatever they're trying to do with the end update. But yeah, I know some people are going to be like, that's too mod-like, Stealth. Just go ahead and download mods. I feel like at this point, what's the difference? I mean, half the people that made our favorite mods work at Mojang. But share your favorite ideas down below. As always, I really appreciate the support, guys. Notification squad, y'all are the best. And I'll catch you all in the next video. So take care. Peace.